Okay guys, this is me having set up the new 16 GPU miner from a server at home. This is a PDU extension cord and I'm going to turn it on right now. When I turn it on, you'll see this go on and you'll hear the 16 unit miner start to fire up. You got to look at the watts that it's pulling. 240 volts to this extension cord to this kilowatt meter. Right now we're at 470 watts. Now if you look underneath, I have this soundproofing that I purchased at Home Depot. It's laying on top of a board. You see the board, then under the board is the mining unit. Look over to the left, you'll see the power cord that goes to the kilowatt meter. That comes over to here. Right now, this is not the miner. This is a miner right here, which is a pair of 1080 Ti's. Come over here and we'll switch. You'll see blank screen as it takes time to fire up. And that's one of the things about raw video. And it did not fire up. We will do this again. Gotta love raw video, and here you go. It's loading. And this takes time. And I can see my batteries going down. Maybe we'll run out of battery, maybe we won't. Here's all the GPUs. We're loading the ETHOS in. Wattage is still 469 watts. It's gonna go to about 11 or 1200. And I have this clocked a little less. This is just a resolution message. And she's still just loading off the USB stick, loading in Ethos. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. Remember, you got 16 GPUs. And I'm doing a raw video here. You can listen to that sound. It's not so loud. It's not unbearable. This soundproofing does help a lot. Later on in another video, I will take away all the soundproofing and you'll get a better idea of how much louder the sound is. I'll also meter the sound. Now if you look, we're just starting to crank up our wattage a little, in the 600s. Pretty soon it will go up to about 1,000. Now over here, she has started, and it takes a little bit time to fire up. This is the router address that I'm on. This is my CPU usage, 24.9%. My CPU temperature, 49%. My RAM used here is 4G stick. I'm using half of it. There's some free. It does take time. Doesn't have the biggest, studliest GPU in it, CPU in it. It's a lower grade CPU, which does save some wattage and power. And it takes, as you see, more than a couple of minutes to boot up. Now there's the first couple of GPUs starting. Now I have them downclocked a bit. They can go to about 320 hash. Right now we're up to 1,000 hash. We'll get about 4,200 hash. If you look here, that is about the full wattage usage of the entire unit. 1,300 and change. Get a good look at this. We'll see 1348, 1400. Bring it back over here. As you'll see now, we're 2,900 hash. Takes a while to fire up. They're not all there. And I'm going to show you part of what happens here. I have to pull out this USB, plug it into here. Hold on one second. We get that plugged in, and I should now have a working mouse. You can kind of see it moving around. As you look over here, you see we just about got them all fired up to 2900. It'll go higher. All your temperatures are well in control. Well under 55 with my lower settings. Now over here, if you go into this corner, it's all preloaded. You'll open this up and go to your stats panel. Now it'll take a second to show up. There's your stats panel online. And what do you have here? 11 of them are fired up. It takes some time. You can see your numbers all in the high 200s. If I did a higher clocking, you would get higher, but you'd use a lot more power. Your temps are all well under 60 C, which are good. And my wattage I have set at 70 something a card. A few of the cards haven't fired up yet. Fans are decent. This 3 means around, if you look here, you can kind of see 3,400. Pretty good fan numbers. Not that noisy. Also, the soundproofing cuts the noise down for in the home. I'm going to show you some other stuff on this. You have your core. You have your memory settings. Come back over to here. GPUs are still firing up. It does take some time. This also lags a bit. You have to reload the page. See, it's still lagging a bit as compared to the actual real time, which is over here. On my real time, they're all fired up. 4,300 sols. And 4,300 sols are pulling 1,600 watts at that lowest setting. Now the PSU is a 2,400 watt PSU. So at the plug, with a meter that I can't exactly trust to be perfectly accurate, at worst we're doing 1,600 watts. You need a 240 volt circuit to do 1,600 watts. And that's a 240 volt PSU, the 2,400 watt Delta. Doing really nice with it. I want you to kind of get an idea of what you got going. 4,300 hash, 1,600 watt. And then down in here I want to show you one last thing. This is your local configuration. This is what I have my GPU set to. That's the miner, EWBF, doing Zcash. At 85 it'll shut down so they don't overheat. I have a proxy enabled. This is the mining address I'm going to. I'm doing nice hash first, nice hash second. Global fans 75%. Global core plus 80. Memory plus 45. And global power tune 75. And that does give you 1,600 watts in usage. And you can hear there's noise, but it isn't really killer noise. I'm going to do a few more of these. I'm going to play around and see about if I set these fans a little lower, possibly I can cut down that sound a bit. Also, that might actually cut down some power use too, because there are a lot of fans in this unit. That's it for now. Take care, everybody.